Gruff the Grump by Steve Smallman. Gruff was a bear, a great big bear, a great big, scowly, growly, grizzly grump of a bear. He lived all alone in a musty, dusty old cave where no one ever came to visit. Oh, except maybe the spider. Other animals hid when they saw him coming. They called him Gruff the Grump. Humph! Went Gruff the Grump. To show he didn't care, one morning Gruff the Grump was stomping through the forest when he saw something strange. It was a small, upside-down rabbit, high in the branches of a tree. "Hello, Mr. Bear," said the rabbit, upside down. "I'm a bit stuck. Can you help me down, please? Thank you very much." "Humph!" scowled Gruff the Grump. He turned to walk away. "Oh, please, Mr. Bear, please get me down," pleaded the rabbit. Much to Gruff the Grump's surprise, he found himself lifting the little rabbit gently down to the ground. Thank you, Mr. Bear," said the rabbit. "There was a fallen star caught in a tree. I had to rescue it, but then I got stuck, and then you had to rescue me. Here," she said with a smile, "you can have it." She carefully put the fallen star in the old bear's huge, hairy paws, and then hopped off home. Gruff the Grump thought that the star looked quite like a lot like a leaf, but he took it home anyway, and he put it on his mantelpiece. It was so golden and beautiful that it made him realize just how musty and dusty his cave had become. And for the first time in a very long time, he dusted the mantelpiece and brushed away some of the old cobwebs. A few days later, Gruff the Grump was fishing on the river when a log floated past. Clinging to the log was a small, soggy rabbit, holding an orange, pointy thing. "Hello, Mr. Bear," said the little rabbit soggily. "Can you help me get out of the water, please? Thank you very much." "Humph!" went Gruff the Grump. Then he reached over to lift the little rabbit safely onto the riverbank. Thank you, Mr. Bear," said the rabbit. "There was a fallen star in the water and I had to rescue it. You are very big and very kind. Will you look after it for me?" But Gruff the Grump just turned and lumbered away. He was feeling a bit funny. No one had ever called him kind before. "But Mr. Bear, come back," cried the little rabbit, running after him. "I can't look after it on my own." Okay, I'll take it," snarled Gruff the Grump. And snatching the little star, he slammed his cave door behind him. Gruff the Grump put the star on the mantelpiece next to his other star. They looked so clean and colorful that they made him realize just how grim and grimy his cave still was. So for the first time in a very long time, he swept up the old pine needles from the floor. Now his cave was very clean, but it was bare and empty inside. And suddenly, Gruff felt like a bear who was empty inside too. He started to feel sad. And when he finished feeling sad, he started to feel cross. Then he was in the middle of feeling cross when there was a knock on the door. "What is it now?" he shouted. It was a little rabbit with a wheelbarrow full of stars. "Hello, Mr. Bear," she said worn outly. "There were lots and lots of fallen stars and I had to rescue them." "Go away," Gruff the Grump roared. "I don't want any more stars." Then, to his great surprise, the little rabbit burst into tears. Gruff the Grump felt terrible. He wanted to make the little rabbit stop crying, but he didn't know what to do. He tried pulling silly faces, but that didn't work. He did a funny dance, but that didn't work. Then he sat down next to her and said, "I'm sorry I shouted at you, little rabbit. I really am a grizzly old grump of a bear." The little rabbit stopped crying and tried a little smile and the first time in a very long time, Gruff the bear smiled too. Gruff and the little rabbit scattered the stars around the cave, laughing out loud as they fell like golden snowflakes all around them. The little rabbit stayed and played with Gruff until nearly bedtime. "I have to go now," she said sadly. Will you come again soon?" asked Gruff. "Very soon," the little rabbit smiled. Then she kissed him good night and hopped off home. Gruff the bear gave a great big yawn and snuggled down to sleep in his warm, starry bed. And for the first time in a very long time, he was happy. Oh. The end. Love, Dad.